All right, good evening, folks. So today or this evening, we're looking at the area of triangles. Now, for most of you that are aware, the formula that you're probably more familiar with is 1/2 BH, 1/2 base times the height. Okay. However, not all triangles are right triangles. Okay. So the other thing we can do is the fact that the sine of C in terms of trig functions is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, so h over a. If we rewrite this by multiplying both sides by a, then we get the fact that h is equal to a times sine c. And so we get the area formula of 1/2 b times a, or 1/2 ab sine c. So we can find the area of a triangle using this formula when it's not a right triangle. Okay, so long as we know the included angle to do this. We may need to use a bit of law of sine, law of cosine to figure out what we need, but that's pretty much what we're going to be using on this in terms of this. So if we know side angle side, then this is pretty much what we want to do, included angle. So in this case, we have a side and angle and a side. This is the included angle here. This would be, we could call this one A, we could call this one B. It doesn't really matter for the most part. But we get that A is equal to 1/2 11 times 16 times the sine of 105, kind of like that. And I ran it really fast. And so if I do that, I get 0.5, which 0.5 1/2 are the same thing. 11 times 16 times the sine of 105. Then I get the area of that triangle is about 85 feet squared. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? Okay. Number 2, side angle side. I have my included angle here at 24. So I want to do the area. That's 1/2 A, which we call 25, B, which we call 21, sine of the included angle of 24 degrees. Make sure your degree mode, by the way, make sure your modem calculator, I should have mentioned earlier, is in degree mode to do this. Okay. So again, if I do my area formula, now sometimes students are like, why come I didn't notice in geometry? This would probably make things so much easier. You're right, it would have made things so much easier. 106.77, 106.8 feet squared is my area. Okay. Here, two angles and a side. This is AAS. I need to have an included angle or an included side. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out this angle right here. Since the whole thing has to be 180, then I know that 180 minus 59 minus 76 is 45 degrees. So this is a 45-degree angle. But now I've got to figure out one of these sides. I have this one. I need one of these two. It doesn't matter which one I do. This goes to this. This goes to this. This goes to this. So I'm just going to do law of sines. So sine of, we'll call this one X. We'll just do that one. Be done with it, right? Sine of 59 degrees over we don't know is equal to the sine of 76 degrees over 7. Then I cross multiply and divide to get what I'm missing. So sine 59 times 7 divided by sine 76 is 6.18. So this is 6.2. Now I have this side, and this angle. Now, normally I wouldn't do this. I would try to figure out, this side right here, this angle instead. If you do it the other way, then the areas should be very, very, very similar. But since I have this side, and this angle, that's what I'm going to use for the area. Equals to 1/2 of A, which we'll call 7, and B, which we'll call 6.2. Sine of 45 degrees. So 0.5 times 7 times 6.2 sine 45 degrees It looks like it's about 15.34. So the area is about 15.3 millimeters squared. Okay. Here, I don't have a second side, but I'm going to find this angle right here by doing the same thing. 180 minus 126 minus 22. Looks like it's 32 degrees. So now I want to find another side. I can find this side right here, since I know this angle on this side. So if I do that, I do sine of 32 degrees over 13 is equal to sine of 126 over, we don't know, cross multiply and divide. 13 sine 126 divided by sine 32 is about 19.8. So now I have a side with my included angle. So now I can do area is equal to 1/2 of 19.8 times 13 times the sine of 22 degrees. And again, remember, it's side, included angle in the middle. So 0.5 times 19.8 times 13 sine 22 is about 48.2. Okay. So now if you want to try number 5 and 6, I'll bring those up here in a second. Then I'll teach you another area formula. So I wanted to come back in here real quick and just let you know, to do 5 and 6, you're going to have to use the law of cosines for those one right here. Because I need to know the third side right here. And then this one right here is going to use the variation where you have the cosine you have the cosine of the angle, which is going to be equal to b squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2 bc. And then I can use the law of sines to figure out the rest of this. I just need to find one of the angles, so that makes this a little bit easier. This one will be just a straight up side. So if I did a is equal to the square root of b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a. So this would be a right here. Okay. Anyway, I'll go back and let you figure this out. So just kidding about number 5. I don't need the law of cosines. I have what I need to do this. So it would become sine of 85 degrees all over 11 is equal to the sine of let's do it this way, b over 5. Okay, cross multiply and divide. I don't know why I did that either, but you know what? We'll just figure this out. I did way more work than I needed to on this one. I'm going to finish it off, whatever. It'll work. I know it'll work. Sine 85 times 5 divided by 11. Then I'm going to take the sine inverse of this. So that's 26.9 degrees. And then I realize I have this angle, this side, this angle, this side. I don't have this angle, which is the one I need. Okay. So then I do 180 minus 85 minus 26.9, 68.1 degrees. Now I can do my area. 1/2 of A times B with the sine of the included angle. Okay. So 1/2 times 5 times 11 times the sine of 68.1 degrees. Looks like the area is about 25.5. Okay. That was my son, in case you heard that. Yeah, okay. I'll just double check my math and make sure everything was good. This one I do need in order to find. This is the law of cosine for this one for sure. It doesn't matter which angle you find. So I'll do this one right here. I'll put an X there so you can kind of see it. So we'll call this side A, which makes this A. And then this could be B, this could be C. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, so if I do the cosine of A is equal to 14 squared plus 6 squared minus 16 squared all over 2 times 14 times 6. And again, I'll do my calculator in this case. No, just kidding. I need squared here. Squared. Oh, come on. I hate calculators sometimes. Over 2 times 14 times 6. I need a decimal to do this. And then I'm going to do the cosine inverse of that number. So I get it's 98.21 degrees. And then I'm going to do my area. So again, 1/2 the two sides times the sine of the included angle. Kind of like that. And the area is about 41.6. Okay. Now, another formula is called Heron's formula. Okay, or Heron's formula, depending on how you pronounce it. This is if you have sides, side, 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 then you can use this formula to figure out the area. There's two parts to this. There's the area formula, and there's how you get this S value, which is A plus B plus C is equal divided by 2. So I'm going to start with that first, where S is equal to 18 plus 21 plus 19, all divided by 2. First, and again, 18 plus 21 plus 19, and then all of that divided by 2. So 29's S. Okay. So now I plug in the formula that A is equal to the square root of 29 for S times 29 minus A. Now, it doesn't matter which one's which. I'm going to tell you which one I did it. This would be like that, but to help you out. Times 29 minus B times 21 minus C, and that will give me the area for this triangle. I'm not going to derive it for you right now, but it's a nice little formula. And I get the area to be 159. Did I hit square root? Yeah, I did. I want to make sure I did square root. 0.7 miles squared. Okay. And then the same thing here. 35, 30, 27, 14. Find the area of the nearest 10th square inch. So I draw my triangle. It says the length has 35, 27, and 14. And again, it doesn't matter which one I call ABC, but I'll just label it that way. So I'll find S first. 35 plus 27 plus 14 divided by 2. Looks like I get 38. Then I do my area formula. So 38 times 38 minus 35 times 38 minus 27 times 38 minus 14. Do a little bit of math. Times 38 minus 35 times 38 minus 27 times 38 minus 14. And I get the area is about 173.5. Up nearest square inch, so 173. Okay, and that's how you find the areas of the triangle. Okay, pretty straightforward. Not much to it. Have a good evening.